You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. Mahatma Gandhi, r/ask Reddit by Planet Reddit. What's the dumbest reason you ever got hurt? I put on a tiger costume when I was little and thought I could bounce on his tail, jumped off my dresser and broke my tailbone. I did something slightly similar. I jumped off the top of my bunk bed and tried to swing around a ceiling fan. I blame misinforming children's television, lol. Seriously. I thought if they could do it, I could do it, hahaha. My brother had a turtle. He would take it out of its pen from time to time and let it roam the yard. I watched it chomp on some grass. I picked it up and was feeding it grass, amazed at how clean it chopped the grass. So I stuck my finger in its mouth. Turn out it hurts really bad. I didn't want to hurt the guy, so I had to suffer through it until he let go. He pulled his head into his shell, so I couldn't pull my finger out. Finally he let go. Long story short, don't stick your fingers where you wouldn't stick your dinky. Edit. I was 17 when this happened. I used to have two small parrotlet birds. The one was sweet as pie. The other not so much. When he bit you couldn't move an inch. Dude was so small and light that slightest movement could snap his neck. So yeah, you just had to take it until he let go. Arg, that shit hurts. Not as bad as that, but one of my geckos got very angry with me when I had to move house for the second time in 2 weeks. He managed to find a spot with thinner skin on my knuckle and actually drew a little blood. I had to sit still while he took out his aggression on my hand for fear of ripping his teeth out. This is the same gecko that gave me a 7-inch scar when he flung himself out of the tank and scraped the inside of my arm on the corner of the glass door to catch him. He's an asshole, but I love him. I once kissed a reflection of myself on the outside of a metal toaster while in use and seriously burned my lips. Technically my first kiss. In the machine shop in college, a guy had just finished welding a piece and decided it was cool enough to touch. I don't know why, it was flaming red 5 seconds ago. Takes off his gloves and grabs the vice handle with one hand and the part with the other. Burned the absolute piss out of himself. The shop soup comes over, had a look around, and then like a disappointed parent says, "Hot metal looks just like cold metal, don't it?" Absolutely savage, and the guy was lucky to get away with just some burn cream and a bandage. Pro tip, welding gloves are not for welding. They are for the stupid things you do 5 seconds after welding when the metal stops glowing. Who? My glove is smoking an awful lot. Maybe I should put this back down. If your glove starts feeling warm from the inside, it's time to stop touching whatever you're touching. And also take the glove off, because in about 3 seconds the inside of the glove is going to start burning your hand. I cut myself on my carpet. To this day I still have no idea how it happened. Probably like a single carpet tack nail sticking up through the carpet. Maybe. I couldn't find anything, so maybe I just need to mow the carpet. I understand that many wax it, but I suppose mowing would work. Powdered Drano, shredded aluminum foil, rubbing alcohol, and a match. Set my 12-year-old head on fire. Jesus. I hope you didn't get hurt too bad. One time my brother lit my hair on fire. But he did me the favor of slapping out the flames when I turned and said, "Why does my head feel warm?" Biggest loss was the thin mustache puberty had given me. Sad to see it burned off. People pay for that in Turkey. First time I went to the Turkish barber that opened near me, I nearly shat myself when he whipped out the flaming stick. A few years ago I woke up, went to the bathroom, and was wiping my ass when I pulled my neck. Still not sure how, but it happened. I just felt a pull and had an enormous pain. Went to the doctor, who gave me anti-inflammatory injections and had to use a collar for a weekend. I used to tell people I fall. I would too. I had the opposite. During a large BM, my back, which had been aching for days, actually popped and stopped hurting afterwards. I sneezed and it completely realigned my spine. Most satisfying sneeze ever. Sneezes. Back. CCCRRRRCCKKK. Pretty much. It cracked from my neck all the way down. It stunned me for a second. Lol. I threw a stick into the sea, wanted the stick back, and sliced my foot open on some oysters, down to bone. Edit. First gold and most up dudes for young me for being a dumbass. Thanks Reddit. This is what happens when you get shellfish. Get out. In a bad mood one morning at work. Went to take a shit. First wipe, the toilet paper hangs up on the dispenser and won't tear. I mutter "Oh, good damn it," and give it a vigorous yank. Of course the toilet paper rips, and I've done it with enough force where I punch myself in the face and give myself a spectacular bloody nose. That's some pretty stout toilet paper. Did it have a picture of a lumberjack on the package? Public service announcement. Never use paper towels as toilet paper. It will damage your plumbing and cause havoc at the sewage plant. Age 3 we were visiting my mum's hometown in England to see relatives when a black wasp or something managed to get in my sock and my mum put the socks on me. It stung me for a good 2 minutes straight, and even though I was so young I will never forget how painful it was and how guilty my mum felt that she didn't check the sock. Wasps are awful. The only time I've ever been stung by a wasp, I was literally in a doctor's office. The nurse was about to give me a vaccination, and as she was preparing it the wasp came through the window, and we both stood up to get away from it. The striped bastard hid for long enough that we thought it had left without us seeing. Then as I took a step back to my chair it got me on the back of the knee and then flew right out the window. As I'd never been stung before, she couldn't give me the jab because she wanted to know if I had a bad reaction, whether it was a reaction to the jab or the sting. Sensible, but inconvenient. As a kid I was running through the woods and ran near an earth wasp's nest because I wasn't aware of it and got stung by 7 wasps at the same time. It was horrible, so glad I'm not allergic. Now I'm terrified of wasps. Got involved in a bar fight because a friend of a friend called someone else gay in an argument over the jukebox, then ended up getting hit with the pool cue they'd taken from the friend. Had to be told later why I'd been suckered and that one of the guys had flashed a pistol. Ended up getting a girlfriend out of it, but then we broke up and she had some other guy's kid. 10 years later we hooked up again and I married her, and now I'm divorced, so really the whole story is just bad from start to end. Edit. Thanks for the awards. My first gold, I'll put them to good use. Good lord, that was quite a roller coaster. In one paragraph, we all live his life. Great story. I walked into a door forgetting to actually open it. Resulted in a bloody nose. First night sleeping over at new boyfriend's apartment. Went to go to the bathroom in the wee hours, no pun intended, but to my dad joke brain that's actually quite funny. Door seemed completely open because of street lights and reflections, but was actually ajar. Walked into it at the speed you walk when you have absolute confidence there's nothing in your way. Saw stars. Went to the bathroom in disbelief at what had just happened. Came back, carefully, to the bedroom and went to sleep. Woke up in the morning to him staring at me from his pillow, which I thought was laughably creepy for a split second until he asked, "When did you get a black eye?" right as my nose began throbbing at the exact same moment, and it all came screaming back to me. I swear to God, I really did walk into a door. Circle birthday cake. I lit the candles on the outside first. Burnt my wrist/forearms trying to light the candles in the middle. This wins. Probably not the most painful, but definitely the dumbest. Bonus points if you just gritted your teeth and finished lighting the candles. I dunno man. I got ran over by a car that I was driving. Leaned too far back with my chair and past the point of no return. This is what the teachers had been warning us about for years. I'm just going to leave this gif of me doing that very thing at the age of 16. You're welcome. Such audacity. 0 lol. That looked kinda painful. You okay? I closed the trunk door of my car on my nose. Still wondering how I managed to do that. Now that is impressive. I fractured 2 metatarsals in my foot and currently I'm in a boot riding an e-scooter. I was walking, just walking. Not running, not playing sports, not kicking a rock. Just walking. I was born with glass bones and paper skin. I lie awake at night and wait for my heart attacks to put me to sleep. You probably. Do you want to buy some chocolate? I was playing dodgeball in middle school when a ball flew near my leg. You see, it landed about 4 feet away from me, but that didn't stop me from overreacting. My leg kind of spazzed out, and I ended up kneeing myself in the face while I had braces on. I cut up the inside of my mouth, swelled up my lips, and lied to the nurse, and just said that I got hit by a ball. I have a similar story. We were playing a variation of dodgeball, where you lay on the ground when you're hit and someone in your team has to raise you. I was getting rest, and so I was getting up, just as I saw a ball coming towards me, so I quickly went back down to dodge it. It turns out the ground was a lot closer than I thought. So I bashed the side of my head into the ground pretty hard. Thank you for supporting Planet Reddit. I love you. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.